So you offer a lot of essential questions, and we offer a didactic for that.
Okay.
So we think about how can the people who are trained with us create situations where those who are really responsible to each other get into dialogues with these kind of questions.
Right.
And so we are more educators, and you sound more as somebody who is thinking about how organization can work successfully.
I am. So I've been thinking about what's the kind of conversation those people need to be able to have with each other, and that's what clear leadership's about. Right. And then I started working on what are the kinds of skill sets that leaders need to be able to be in this hierarchical position to do this. And so I actually wrote a book about it. But I haven't released that book because the book ended up, as I wrote this book, what it turned into was a new theory of organization design, which I would call partnership-based organization design. This is where I also think we're in a similar place, right? Because since the Industrial Revolution, I think the great innovation of the Industrial Revolution was the concept of the role, right? Yeah, and so it's become so ubiquitous now that we can't even imagine how we would organize a group of people without allocating roles. And our whole and so in this book, as the more I thought about it, if we're going to support a leader to really operate as a partnership-based kind of a leader, what we need to do is put another layer of design on top of roles and identify what are the critical partnerships, right? And then rather than hold individuals accountable for some kind of outcome, we would hold the partnership accountable, and we would design the organization as a set of partnerships and work goal setting through the partnerships and so on and so forth.
I received an international award for a role concept, and this is focusing in that way. The role is defined, also included the logic of the relationships within the organization. A part of the role in a theater, if you play on a stage, the logic of a role it cannot be defined besides the logic of the play you want to play, and leaving out the relationships you shape that way. And so the role concept is including exactly what you are saying, because and we have a burden of old understandings of roles.
Yeah, well, it's a very individualized conception of the way. And so I finished this book, and then I thought, I've never seen an organization like this. I can't release this book. I got to go out and experiment with this stuff a bit. So, and then just as I finished the book, the Dialogic OD book started. So that kind of got put on a shelf. So it's only now that I'm looking for opportunities to experiment with this. And in fact, next week, in one of my client systems, we're going in and we're going to try setting up a partnership-based set of agreements working down a hierarchy. So
I think the mindset perspective can be expanded to, we have to rearrange all the perspectives on organizations, on learning on organizations, the classical keywords like leadership, like performance, like structure, like processes. They all have to be rearranged in this new frame of reference. So I think it would be good really to bring out that book. Also, I know the feeling as well. You feel like now I'm saying what I already said when I wrote a book about this and that, because the perspectives, the essential perspectives are always the same. But we have to spell it out. And we have to combine it with pictures and models and exercises that people can integrate these new perspectives. Yeah. Well, so I'm not. I'm not sure that the set of ideas that I developed around this partnership-based organizing is realistic. So. I mean, so I need to get some on the ground, get some traction first, get some rubber on the road before. But maybe you find partners, and it might be not realistic in the frame of reference of the current economy and relationship understanding, but it might be a good utopia, because it will be realistic when we hopefully change the world a
Maybe.
bit.
And there may be organizations out there that are already operating this way without, using exactly the distinctions.
Right.
That seems to be the path that most books like this get written, is you have to have a couple of examples, right? So, but it's not the thing that's top of mind for me at the moment.
Okay.